Welcome to World Sports News with Ernie. Behind the desk is your co host, Ernie, and on top of the desk is his faithful companion, the rubber ducky. We, on Sports News Review, call him Felix. Alrighty, Ernie, it's been a week since we did the last edition of World Sports News with Ernie. Well, Ernie, before we start, I just want to mention we uploaded a video with our CEO, B Bunny, that Sports News Review will not have access to cable television in the future. And, well, what we're going to miss being a sports channel is the two sports networks. World Sports News with Ernie is not affected by the disappearance of the access to the two sports channels on Canadian cable, because we get our info to write a script for World Sports News with Ernie from the internet. It was really nice to have the two sports networks. CEO B Bunny really feels bad for Coach Coyote that we couldn't hang on to the cable until the end of the college football season, especially that we were planning the Senior Bowl live stream watch party with Coach Coyote. Yeah, Ernie, it would have been nice to ease the pain for Coach Coyote if we could have just held on until the Senior Bowl. Well, Ernie, I'm an old person. There's been much more disappointing things in my life that's just that it's hard to come to grasp at first. It's one of those things, everything in life where you have to overcome it at first. Everything. When something just, you don't really want something like this to happen, but it's going to happen anyways. Well, it's good that we hired CEO B Bunny for we hired B Bunny as CEO of Sports News Review. He gave us the reality check that we can't afford this and there's no way to sugarcoat it. Ernie, sometimes bad news, or very disappointing news in this case, happens right before Christmas. And Ernie, it's only the loss of two sports channels. And I said at the meeting and the video with CEO B Bunny that people can lose employment around this time, and that's far worse than what I'm going through. And with that, I want to take CEO B Bunny's advice. Just be cheery. We'll just dive into the first story. Well, Ernie, we start our first World Sports News item once again this week with AFLW. That's Australian Football League for Women. Well, Ernie, for those that just happen to stumble across this sports channel on YouTube, it's Australian Rules Football. Ernie is all excited about the qualifier rounds. I told Ernie in the previous meeting, think of the qualifier rounds as the playoffs. Then there's the grand final on December the 1st. But actually that changed. It looks like it's going to be November the 30th on a Saturday night in Australia. So I think that one might change. I'll wait next week we'll change the board next week to totally verify it. It was sketchy. Things are happening behind the scenes over there. It's another part. It's around the globe. And things are, we don't really get the news as much. But I also told Ernie to think of the grand final as the championship game. Also, Ernie, if anyone just happened to stumble across this sports channel on YouTube for the first time, we always try to get in depth with the AFLW. I try some analysis, but it's based on results. It's hard to watch it's hard for it to watch, but and as far as watching the AFLW live, I did get a chance to see one game, Ernie. It was last weekend, It was on one of the two sports networks on Canadian cable. And you know, Ernie, how I keep mentioning that I always want to watch the AFLW games. Well, it's hard to watch the AFLW when the sports channel only shows one game, and that was it. And, it's really hard, and so I'm trying my best. Uh, Also, Ernie, you know that I'm really hoping the sports network will put the AFLW Grand Final on TV. Even though Sports News Review might not have cable access to by then, we might not have cable access, but Ernie, it's just I'm promoting it for others to watch. And once again, I hope you see this and say this is probably going to change to it might change to November the 30th. Okay, so that okay. Okay, so but last season the AFLW Grand Final it was on December the 2nd, 2023, and we just caught we didn't see the season earlier. We were just getting like into like world sports and finding these world sports and different events, Ernie, and it was like, and then once we found, the AFLW, and it was and I said, I think I remember saying, Ernie, I said, oh my gosh, the grand final is in like 2 weeks or something. We caught it within the 2 weeks, like we would have caught it this time, and we didn't really get the chance. I think maybe we did. Oh, that was with the Australian one. We got. That was netball. Yeah, I'm thinking. Wait, didn't I go into the regular? No, we didn't really do regular season AFLW, and we didn't have a chance. Okay, and so that was okay. Last season, the December the 2nd, 2023. Well, the current CEO B Bunny, well, did the live stream watch party, but at the time, Ernie, you remember he wasn't B Bunny was not the CEO. B Bunny was hired later on Christmas of that month, and but this time I don't know if like I said earlier, it's like I don't know if I'll be able to do the AFLW live stream. It's just I might not have cable access by then, and I don't know how it's gonna happen, and I'm like, well, I'll just be watching whatever television, and I'm hoping that I can watch some of these college football games on Saturday night. And I might have to just resort to just watching the score. Like the score can change and all that. That's about all I can do, and I won't have any way to record, to watch it. Like I won't, because I know that's I know it's going to be on one of the two sport networks, but I just won't have cable access, and I don't have any other alternative. That's it. That's all I had. We're not. It's different if you're United States of America. I think you could just buy some stream. I don't know if I could buy a streaming service, but it's a little late now. I don't want to. I don't want to sign. I wouldn't if I could. I wouldn't want to sign up for some streaming. I think you have to have the sports networks and then subscribe and get the streaming services. So I'm not sure about that. I don't know how it works, but yeah. So well, let's just go into the scores. Okay, here are the scores from there was 4 games of the first round qualifiers, and then it was the North Melbourne Kangaroos 38, the Adelaide Crows 31. I just have a let's say a soft spot for any team that calls themselves the Kangaroos, but especially if it's in the Australia, because it's so natural to want to be called the Kangaroos when you're in Australia. I mean, that's it's unique. It's very unique, and on this side of the globe, it's like Ernie. To call the Kangaroos, I'm like, it's kind of Yeah, it's different. It would be totally different. If they got a host league team playing any sport and calling themselves the Kangaroos. Yeah, I guess that happens. That happens a lot, I guess. But I remember a long time ago, Ernie. And I'll get back to the score and I'll remind what the North Melbourne. I'll start with the North Melbourne Kangaroo score again. But I remember a long time ago, Ernie, and I'm talking a long time ago when a different world of the actual newspaper, and I remember seeing that this team was touring the Ontario, Canada, and some other places, and like, and it was just like a picture, and it was a ice hockey team from Australia, and they had a kangaroo that was really big on the front of the jersey, or the the hockey shirt. In Canada, we always say hockey shirt. Jersey is if someone says a jersey, you know they're American, 100% American. Because or maybe it's a local thing. We didn't. I never called it a jersey. I always said shirt or uniform. Anyways, that's what I remember, and I still have that vivid memory of that picture, and it was like the news going around kind of deal, and it's like I can't remember what city it was in and all that, and I just remember I think I seen a picture of one of the shirts, and it was nice. It was nice looking. Okay, so well. We'll go again. We'll start with the scores again because I trailed off a bit. In my old age, I trail off a bit. I might talk about who knows. All of a sudden, can't help myself. Ernie, I'm getting old. Okay, so we'll start with the first score again, and it was the North Melbourne Kangaroos 38 and the Adelaide Crows 31, and then the Fremantle Dockers 36 and the Essendon, and it's just FC like a football club, Essendon 26, and then there was the Brisbane Hawks 32 and the Brisbane Lions. Brisbane must be a big city. Okay, so Brisbane Hawks 32 and Brisbane Lions 38. Then Port Adelaide really scored big, 72, and Richmond Tigers 48. Ernie, next Wednesday we'll get a better picture of how the rest of the qualifiers go. At this moment, I'm gonna just try to say that it was really hard to figure it all out and trying to write the script out. I've changed it so many times, on this tablet where I'm writing out the script, and I just show it real quickly for fun. Okay, just like for fun. Like I have a script here. You won't be able to see it because it's too bright. But here's the tablet, and there's a super note. And does it go dim for a second? And I can, let's see. It's all right. But anyways, there's a script. It was an app that's called Super Notes, and yeah, they really helped out. It really helped out. I got this, I'm reading off the script, and then I kind of go off script and back in script like I'm just doing right now. Okay, so yeah, I just mentioned that it was really hard to figure it all out. Where who plays where? I think it was like different than different than what we're used to. Because now I'm going back on script. So because we have a straightforward playoff bracket, and it's not quite like a playoff bracket system. It's a little different. So like next Wednesday, we can get a lot better clarification, and we'll be able to know when the grand final game is, because it should be that weekend. Okay, and if I just like things, there's so many things I'm thinking of now. Next weekend, I'll see. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, and then I said, well, but it looks like it's been moved to Saturday night. That's on the script. I wrote that. And it's like, yeah. So I'll start reading the script again. Well, we'll leave it at that, and we'll leave it with the clarification would be next Wednesday. And with that, we'll go on to our next sports news item, Ernie, and that would be the snooker in China International Championship, November 3rd to the 10th. So that it was on the 10th, the final. And okay, alrighty, Ernie. We start our second sports news item with snooker again, and the event was held in China. It was the International Championship, and it's completed. And well, Ernie, the champion for the event is the hometown favorite. He was from China, and we'll mention the runner-up first. So the runner-up is England's Chris Wakelin, Wakelin. I probably said it correctly. Okay, and this one is tough. I'm gonna try. I'm going off script saying this, but I'm gonna try to say this with as much dignity I can. I am from the West. I'm not not from the East. I'm not familiar. I'm trying to be very, very, very polite and respectful, but it's a DING. I'm gonna try to say it's ding, like ding. Don't no insults, please. Ding, and JUNHUI. I think that's ding. Zhanhai. I hope I hope I said it correctly. I totally don't mean any disrespect on any level. Okay. Well, yeah, I just I watched the last match on YouTube. Like it was like a chance to like YouTube is like a chance to like click, and oh, and then it was there it is. Well, like it was on another site where I clicked on that window and it was part of YouTube, and I watched it then, and it was, and it was like I thought it would be. Like I said, very classy. Both players were very cordial, and the crowd was very enthusiastic. Well, of course, because the hometown hero one. It was a very, very polite crowd that clapped with dignity. Clap, and they were very excited that it was the hometown hero that won. Snooker is very hard, and so yeah, this a lot of concentration. So one second, I'll hit pause for a second. Your earpiece keeps falling off. All right, I got Ernie's earpiece back on. Okay, but of course, it was good for snooker, and that's what mattered, because it was to promote snooker, and they did a very good, successful job of promoting snooker in China, and you know, that's the whole thing. It's another like sport that's non-violent and non-combative. Now, well, we get into that AFL women's, and tackles are there is proper procedures for a tackle, and there is consequences for doing things incorrectly in the AFL, Australian Football League, and for the rules. So yeah, it's not intentional combative violence. That's the difference with boxing and the mixed martial arts, and like the, like I said, it's just in this world we live in today. It's we need more people like Ernie and Felix here to just smile, and everybody, give a world peace, and good health and good cheer, and wishing everybody good health and hoping everybody has good cheer, and it's just we try our best, and like I said, Ernie, it's just well. We'll go into the next board. We'll have to pause for a second. It was kind of off here this whole time. I could have just tweaked it like that. That's all I have to do. Is it looks so much better when you a little bit of tweak here and there, and it always looks a little better. I'll try to get the next board matching. Like try to push it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take this board off, and I have looking at about 4 of them. Okay, you're gonna hit pause in a second. It's a good thing about 4 of them. I used 3 up this time, 3 boards this time, and I still got a lot of letters, which is like I don't have. And then, and then once again, the snooker will stay up. After China and these words, this is all going to come out, and we'll put the next one up, and we'll see. This one definitely, it's after the grand final. This after the grand final, this from here down will be done, and something new will be up on this board. Okay, so I'll hit pause and get a new board up here. Well, Ernie, we got a chance to put Taiwan on our board, and we're not sure when we could put Taiwan on the board, and it was just a pure coincidence that the surfing is happening right now in Taiwan, and yeah, I'm all like, it's just to see the words like that, Taiwan, it just makes me feel like, well, we're obviously trying to promote world sports, and of course, surfing, non-violent, non-combative whatsoever. Of course, when there's no violence involved, it's not combative. It's just, as they say, good, clean fun. Everybody's in the water, so it's good, clean fun. And of course, I've always as a young person. And Ernie, you're the perpetual. Was that the perpetual 6-year-old for forever? And yeah, earpiece keeps falling off, of course. And I'll pause and fix that earpiece that's hanging in the air. Okay. Before we came to do the video and record this video, Ernie and I were watching the surfing. Now, well, it was this the World Surfing League. We were on their webpage. It's the WSL World Surfing League, and there was that little box window with video. And look, okay, so click on that, and then the YouTube thing came up. It said YouTube, and it was a live stream. I'm like, nice. We were watching surfing, so we know that we can watch surfing. We'll go to the WSL web, but you can, anyone that wants to see the surfing, and best to put it on your big television, the biggest television you have, put on the surfing, and you could watch every day. It's going to be on live in prime time, and you'll see daytime because it's in Taiwan, and it was like it's still going on. It's not. So the 16th the 16th is the last day. So there's gonna every day they'll still have more surf. So for few more days, there's gonna be surfing. WSL site webpage, you can definitely get it on that. But on a television, there's still we still have the cable box, and it might disappear. But the cable box has YouTube. I don't have to try to. I'm hoping that I just go on the WSL YouTube page, the World Surfing League YouTube page, and it says live, and they're live now, and click on that. and I'm hoping that because then I don't have to HDMI cord out the laptop and put it put it up on the big TV when it's YouTube is there. Because if I'm getting if it says YouTube, it's got to be their site. So either way, people will be able to if it's especially if it's on YouTube, very accessible. That's why I love YouTube. I love YouTube. It's the most accessible app. It was one of the first apps I can for this kind. Yeah, I loved YouTube ever since it started, like 2005, 6. I can't remember offhand. No, maybe I can't. It's getting hard for me to remember when YouTube started, and I didn't. I'm saying like I like I just said, like I started this sports news review channel. It was March of 2023, and I kind of wish I would have started it earlier, but I don't know if I would have. I don't even. I probably would have. I probably would have been in front of the camera, and it worked out better because to do it now with this makeshift studio, which is you know uh, I can't. There's Ernie. Somebody we need a lot of room to do this studio as a real life-size studio. We're talking the desk here. Like, look, here's my hand here's my hand. Like how tall this desk is. Like, it's obviously very scaled. And then, of course, the board. Just tweak it a bit. Why do I keep forgetting? You can tweak it a bit and make it nice and straight. Okay. And like let's just say, like, if Ernie was life size, the microphone would be a lot smaller, obviously, because the microphone is just a prop. Actually, we say it so many times that it's just a prop. And the cord stuck. You got a cord. I got the cord stuck underneath the desk. Okay, that looks okay. But and of course, we got these. I made these by photographing and on the television, the monitor, like this monitor here. You got to get the right. You got to know the right size you want, and then cut out the picture. And the rest of the picture is nothing. But you get a nice glossy. And of course, I've said it so many times that I always wanted a microphone, like decal. Like, I always wanted a microphone with a decal on it, and I've seen ever since I was a child. I've seen those press conferences, and especially when it comes to sports, I just see those. You got all those, and I'm just thinking, like, back now that I made this, like the whole feeling is to pretend that Ernie's at a press conference, and next question, you. You there in the back. You got a question for Ernie? Okay, so yeah, so of course, I could say that. So yeah, pretty well anyone can watch it on YouTube. I'm going back on the script here, and it's we cut on the WSL side. We were watching. A lot of surfing because it takes a long time to write a script. We got other. I can leave it on the monitor over there, the small monitor. I was watching it on this small monitor here, and then I was I had other tablet, the other tablet to look up stuff, and then I put it away because I put the other tablet away because I got the good tablet to do the script with. I never signed into that tablet anymore, so I can't get any apps. But this one's signed in. This tablet's signed in, and it has the app Supernotes. What an amazing thing to have is. Where can I? Yeah, here we go. Oh, okay. Let's see. Does it? Do I get to see? See if you can see it now. Still can't. It's still too bright. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is off an angle. So what you get advertisements, but like you like you see where it says pause and then third news item. Okay, so you can use different colors, and the black is what's the board says. So when I look at the script, I know where I am. Like, look, surfing Taiwan Open November 9th. November the 9th. I did it again. You know, it's by the time you just, I don't know. I'm old and I get tired and, uh, you know, like there's all these, like they say, there's all these individual letters you could play. You gotta put on the board and, um, yeah, it's November the 9th to the 16th. I'm so glad I'm not one of those people that monetize. This is so amateur. But they got programs. It's all on the screen, instead of like this. They got it on the screen. Especially when they're doing the live streams, they got the team names and they got the, like the score, the time now. They must buy these programs to do that. But were we still on surfing? Let's see. Oh yeah, and then so I go back to the script. So the final day is going to be on Saturday the 16th. Ernie and I are definitely watching some surfing Saturday night, and we're stoked about it because we don't need cable TV. So if the cable television box is gone by then, this Saturday, there's one. We'll be able to do it tomorrow, Thursday Night Football. It looks like I don't have to get rid of the box tomorrow. I'm not. I might, but the end of the month might be it. Like that's probably a definite by the end of the month. It's just the way the world. It's just that I can't afford the cable only to watch two channels. Well, Ernie. Let's face facts. I'll miss the History Channel, and I'll miss the History channels, the Discovery channels, and I was kind of getting a little with the. I'll admit it. I'll totally admit it. The ancient aliens. I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm just I don't want to poo poo it. I don't want to poo-poo everybody's, this doesn't exist and kind of deal. I don't want to be that kind of person, but watch one come out the window and you know, look out in the distance and there's an unidentified flying object. Okay, I don't know what I do. I don't know what I would do right now if that is like, wait, my world would shatter. Like, what the hell? What the heck is going on here? Because I know it's a sports channel, and I know but I treat it like this: it's too far to the nearest star we have. It's 4.5 light years away. So, like, we all send a signal, a radio signal, no matter what kind of signal. It's part of it's electromagnetic, and it sends a wave, and it gets weaker and weaker as it's going. But that signal in outer space does not die, as they say. We don't. The signal does not die. It just gets weaker because it's 360. It goes all over. So for the signal to reach our nearest star is it's Proxima Centauri, and that's 4.5 light years away, and the signal is traveling very close to the speed of light, and that's like if to communicate with someone that far, would take 4.5 years to get. You gotta wait 4.5 years for the response, and then there's no if, ands, or buts. That's how long it's going to take. Now, and even a reasonable speed to travel here would take at least 17,000 years, not light years, saying 17,000 years. Uh, our Earth years, like the rotation of the Earth, 17,000 years to travel here. So I always think, like a joke, that they must be like 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 the Tang, like they're they like the people, like whoever, if it was true, and this is all true, like I'm thinking like the people, they would be humanoid. They can't be these. Okay, here I'll show you what I mean. This I got this like one of those gumball machines in there, and well, he like this is funny. This did not build that spaceship. It was probably uh, cultured in a lab, and like they like he's grown in a lab, and they wake up and they and it's like they of course this is a very scary thing, like when you put it right up to, like that scares the heebie-jeebies out of people, and it could just be this response. Now my thing is that if this thing exists, the creators that built the spaceship are 17,000 years ago plus, you know what I mean? And this person, this thing or entity, I could say that uh, it, it was like, look, he's pretty small. Eh? He is pretty small. It looks big when you get closer, but it's really small. Okay, so you know what I'm saying is that like he could be like powdered, freeze dried ingredient, and then like the spaceship could have traveled through space dormant, like just everything, and then it only takes one of these to make another one, and we're maybe like 500 years ago or something like that, maybe or 1,000, 15,000, maybe 1,000 years ago or plus, you know what I mean, maybe even 2,000 years ago. The but of course these things, like I say now, to communicate with these, what language is it? And all that. And so that's a possibility that their labs grown, they were dormant for over 16,000 years or 15,000 years, and then the last 1,000 years, maybe 3,000 years, they woke up. One of them, two, or woke up and got more created, and the different colors. They said the grays and all that. This guy's the white. This guy's the white one, and glows in the dark too. So I'll put him away because this thing could scare. This thing, the face and all that, can really scare children. It's something that, like, you gotta. I definitely would never get scared of that because I don't believe in. If I do believe in it, once again, I've been saying that, like, I know it's crazy. It's a sports channel, and I'm talking about aliens and outer space aliens and UFOs, but I'm just having fun. Nobody comes on my channel. If anybody, 39 minutes is watching this video, I'm shocked. I'm totally shocked. Okay, so Ernie, and that's what I'm saying, Ernie. That it's a possibility, but and some people say, well, they lived for who knows how long they can live. It's like, nah, decay is probably universal decay. Um, there's no difference in decay. Decay, like, as in we all age, and uh, uh, like I don't like can like how do 5,000 10,000 years from now, yeah, Felix and Ernie can just kind of disappear, like just kind of. No, he probably won't. You probably won't have that much decay. There's no, human organisms, animals, and plants. Anything organic like that is gonna have decay, and and you get into the fossilized thing. That's just the bones. The bones in the fossilized rock. So, but yeah, it's everything. Everything will be gone one day. This board, these letters. It's just a matter of when. Like, when is this microphone gonna disappear from my existence? And when am I gonna, like? I don't know. How does this micro? It's only a prop. And when am I gonna? One day this microphone won't be here. Like, it won't be like this board. What do I? Like in 20 years, give it who is gonna who is it's just a question of like who's gonna want all this stuff, and it's just a reflection of life in general. I'm saying, and well, it's funny that I'm on chess now, and I'm all getting like very sophisticated here with what does it say, very some is it pseudo intellectual, Ernie, like like I'm thinking like some in in this it was a thesis on what I think it's possibility that what is a space alien, outer space alien, you know yeah, I mean it's just like we just let's just go into the let's see, do I have anything left on surfing with the script? And it's good I actually lowered it because it takes less battery now. Okay, the battery lasts a little bit longer. Okay, well, I'm at 65%. I've got lots of battery. These tablets have really good batteries in them. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty well it. I said about it's available. The last thing is like it's available. It's available worldwide on YouTube. Okay, so we're done on that surfing, and I'm just so glad that we 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 could just watch surfing Saturday, whether I have the cable box or not. It's just like I said, I still could put the HDMI cord into the television to get the big picture if I don't have the cable box anymore to do YouTube, and so. But we're going to our next sports item, and the chess. India. We're waiting for the big tournaments, and I'm trying before like the super tournaments happen with the World Championships. I want to kind of know the score and how does it work, and like what is the scoring system. What determines that a player advances? Besides the obvious that they won the chess match, but like winning one chess match does not make the championship. Or there's so many chess players signing up and showing up. Like how I don't know the scoring procedure for elimination of like we look we're there to look. The whole point is trying to find someone that to win the chess tournament, not teaching others chess. That's not the time. And I try to watch it. If I'm thinking that like trying to watch it, that if I do happen to catch any chess, maybe YouTube is my. I'm gonna try YouTube and see anything if they really want to promote chess, live stream the event, and the commentary will probably be just a little too advanced, and it's gotta, they gotta always constantly remind people how what's going, like what is the, what's going on, and um, like I want to like I'm not interested in playing chess, especially right now. Is um, I don't think I have it in me to play chess right now. It's just it, as far as like Ernie, I wouldn't be able to concentrate that long anymore. I don't have it in me to concentrate, even to play just someone like at my caliber, my caliber of chess, whatever it is, I don't know. Um, like there's, like it's kind of embarrassing for me to play chess when I say I'm always like, can I look up the chart on the moves and leave that chart up because I'm gonna constantly look at the chart, you know. And one of the things I want to look up the chart is always to make sure that the opponent is not doing some kind of move and like you're thinking that, oh, I don't know that, I don't know, he can't do that, um, this like they're saying, so, but uh, you know, it's just anyone could win chess against me if they drag it out long enough. Even if you're like, oh, you know what, I'm not that bad in chess. I find out, oh, maybe I'm not that bad in chess. But I'm only good at this stage in my life to play chess for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes for reality. It's a lot of concentration, and I just can't concentrate like I used to, Ernie. Right now I'm like really exhausted right now. We were doing these boards, and this it's getting late. The video's getting long again, and I talk to ramble on, and I just I'll admit it to myself, Ernie. I'm not that person that I used to be. I can't walk much anymore. I don't get around much anymore. And like I said, definitely like I was saying, definitely the chess to play. I just can't do it no more. I just like, I'm saying like to play chess with somebody of equal caliber to me. Anyone is going to win. It's just I'll just give up and say I don't want to play anymore. It's just because I just like my eyeballs, the back of my eyeballs will start hurting, and I know, yes, and I just saying that because to me to watch these players, it's like the lightning speed, concentration, and it's like, yeah, you have to. It's a certain person that can do that, and I totally respect it. And that's the thing I'm trying to promote. If someone is of the age of 10 years old, 11, 12, 15, it's like, just think of that. Just respect that the concentration needed is like a sport. It's and things are getting just like worse health wise on a monthly basis. Like you find out you can't do that as much as you used to. You can't do this as much as you used to, and you're using your right foot to massage your left foot all the time, like I'm doing now, and like I can't stop massaging my left foot and trying to crack it, like annoy it, crack it nice. And yeah, I mean, what I mean. It's just we can't start life over, and I just want someone that's a certain age, young person, to just like appreciate everything in life. Appreciate the classmates you have, because we are. I was always the quote unquote a loner in our schools, and United States they call it elementary schools, and I was a loner a lot, and I mean, like I still remember people that were quote unquote cool, the cool student that I always would I'm visualizing the people that were like they were. I always like when I was going, oh, they're like the cool kids, as they say. And sometimes you get a lot that were um, they respected other people, and you, it's like they knew that we're all gonna separate. We're gonna separate, and one of the big separations will happen after the grade 9. And how does this to do with chess? Well, if you learn chess in elementary school and you get to high school, it's like don't worry about the words, like the derogatory words of G, E, ends with a K. I don't want another E in between. I just don't want to say derogatory terms anymore, like Ernie. I'm just not into it. Or the candy. I'll say pretend it's the candy. Like I don't want to say the actual. I don't want to say it towards a person. Nerds, I mean, that's someone that ruins someone else's life. They can ruin someone else's life to not be involved in the chess club, the drama club in high school. The the photojournalism club in high school, the visual, as they say, the visual arts club, or maybe they want to do the camera work and record the basketball games, and whatever, like like it's just we like I said earlier, so there's a separation sometimes that happens elementary to the high school, and then the next chess move of life is another big moment where grade 12, and some people just drop out of the high school at grade 10, and it's like I used to think, wow, it's such a different world that people just dropping out. It's like, how do you drop out of high school? I come from a different world of like, it depends on the parents you have, of course, and the thought of like dropping out of high school was like, no. And it was my I'll admit it, Ernie. High school was like my comfort zone. Now I know, like I knew at the time that high school was so much of a comfort zone where, I had a place to be. place to go, and and I just started noticing how the hallways were always getting emptier by the summer. The weather was getting better, and so it was a strange feeling one time when it was a very warm day and it was June, and I was in grade 12, and it was a strange feeling that there wasn't many people in the school, and I reflect back on it now, going, that was the perfect time to, like if there was a chess club. I'm just saying, like, for anybody, there's a chess club. Like, you can go to the chess club now, and some people will be nice and want and go, oh, you want, if you want to play chess, and try it out, and and I mean, well, I know, I mean, I'm just reflecting on life changes, and then, of course, after grade 12, you know, it gets into that. Well, what am I gonna do? And people, obviously, they find comfort in going to a college or a university, even if they really don't even know what they're doing at this college and university, because they just it's a feeling of a place to be, the comfort zone, as they say. You have a place to be, something to do, something to do, and I need a refreshment. Oh, that went down hard. My chest hurts now. I went down really strange, Ernie. Kind of a weird angle. Oh, that hurts. Oh, it feels like a knife just went through my chest. What a weird pain. Okay, so I need some more refreshment. I ate something. I ate something deep fried earlier. Oh my gosh, I can't handle deep fried foods like I used to. Like it was the of all things. You gotta laugh, Ernie. Eggplant should be eggplant should be baked for its nutrition, and breaded with egg, and of course seasoning, and frying it like pan fried. It's kind of like deep fried because how thin the slices are for eggplant, and I can only eat so much. It attacks my tongue. It's kind of weird how eggplant does after a few, but I don't know. It's just what's crazy is that I'm like, why the pan frying? Why what am I doing? Like, if you have a family doctor and they see that, they're like, oh, it's probably why you're in big trouble in life, and you have all these ailments, because you ate too many of the fried foods with oil, cooking in oil, instead of baking it, Especially when it comes to like potatoes and French fries and chips. Oh my gosh, like that's just nah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, well, oh, the chess, the India. Oh yes, we didn't even like. I'm kind of glad I remembered where the heck I was. It's gonna be one of those really hard videos for me, to like load up in a sense, because okay, so I have to get back to where I was. Okay. Okay, lucky I got this. Okay, I got it all down here now. Okay, so I'll read the script now. Okay. Okay, alrighty, Ernie. We go to chess, and it's in India, and it's the Shania Grand. I don't want to say the other word. Remember, it was MAST. ERS. I don't want to say that word anymore. Shania Grand, and it was from November the 5th to the 11th. And then I put down like it was round 7, and well, it's gonna be hard to say the name, but I'll try. And the winner of the tournament. Okay, so the winner of the tournament, um, the first name is Aravindh. I'm gonna say. Oh, that's really tough for me. Aravind. Aravind. It's Aravindh. That's the first name, and then the surname Chitambam. So sheet baram Shitambaram Shitabaram Shitabaram. I hope I said the name correctly. Totally no disrespect. I'm not a disrespectful person. I don't. I just. It's hard for me in the Western world to, to say names that are unfamiliar like that. If I was a younger person, and I would be able to travel to India and be more respectful, and or being in more of a work environment and learning pronunciations and like because like the in India it's a Sanskrit. Is that the correct? Ernie, if that's the correct word, and they're changing it to an English. It's tough. I mean, I don't the scholars that come to do that. I'm very respectful of the English, like the Indian scholars to or English scholars, to be able to translate, uh, and sometimes translations, it sounds funny to us, the English language. We find humor in lots of words, and I didn't, like I said, I don't ever want to disrespect. So yeah, I said, you okay, but so I was able to like watch the chess. There was it on the YouTube, but we were doing the script and we were watching the surfing, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and I switched. We switched over to the chess for a bit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, we can. Hopefully, we can possibly watch it on YouTube. But I gotta remember the go back to that one because it's on my history, and the next tournament we can possibly see, and we're gonna try to learn like through YouTube. I'll watch videos on YouTube and how do they score to to eliminate the opponent, because it's going to be like the what do you call it, like we have is the bracket system for playoffs. So they might have a bracket system where you got one name here, one name there, and they play against each other in the chess tournament. So that, and then another play here, another play here. You got the bracket, and then they move on to the next round. The winner of this match and the winner of that match moves on to the next round, and until there's a champion. And I just want to know like I said earlier, I just want to know the scoring in chess. But for now, I'm just going to be promoting chess. It's like I said, it's not confrontational, but it's just well, you got your it's okay. So it's not like it's some people would say, well, it's not like your snooker is one thing. I don't know. Surfing, obviously, surfing. There isn't. I don't think there's one person that can have a legitimate argument that surfing is not a sport. Like that's not gonna happen in my world. No. Surfing's a sport. Okay, we can get into other things like if you don't want us to, if so, that's fine. But surfing is a sport. Now, pool and snooker, I consider them a sport, and darts. Um, I don't know. There's no reason to say. My opinion this is my opinion. It's like to say, "Oh, snooker is not a sport." No. Snooker is a sport. It's a sport. It is a sport. You got to learn art. It's an art form. You got to learn this. And of course, darts. You got to learn darts. There's a lot of muscle memory. Okay. With pools the same, like with billiards, eight ball on this side of the world, was used to play eight ball a lot. Of course, it's because if you're playing at the local, my day, like going to dance clubs, and I was like, what am I doing here? I didn't feel it. I just used to go to these dance. What am I doing here? I don't really like to. I just don't like what I don't fit in. It's just. It was like this different world, especially when they were talking. Like, and then I didn't understand. I just didn't understand how to fit in with the jargon. If that's the correct term? Their jargon, and then. And then I remember the internet started in for the 96, the internet was, kicking in and that. And there was these chat rooms back in the day. And, I didn't, the thing is, like, the only thing, one remnant of a chat room for anyone of a certain age, like very young, that on YouTube, if it's a live stream, there is the chat, and that's like how if there's a lot of people that scrolls up and I remember like trying to chat, and this person goes, I go over this person's home, and it's like, oh, I got a very fast computer, personalized. Now we would laugh at that computer. It's like, what is that? That's nothing. This is 96, 97. 98. Yeah, 98, because it was it was like getting 2 years. And I didn't come close to buying a computer yet. Like, okay, but I went some, and they were like, "There's the chat," and it was like, I didn't. I felt like I was back at the dance clubs back in the day. I was like, like disco down, you get the Seinfeld, the bathroom scene. I'm not in the bathroom scene. I'm not at all. I'm so naive, Ernie. You just sit there and go, well, how come that girl just walked out with that guy all of a sudden? You know what I mean? And how naive am I? Because they had an illicit drug, the obvious drug in the 70s, at the time, and disco, and it's like, I didn't think of that back then. I just thought that they were just Mr. Suave at the time. I come from a different world, and I don't. And now it's like, I don't look at it as Mr. Suave. I look at it like exploitation, but it's you know what? We live in a free society. If two people want to do, whatever they want to do when they leave the disco together, I don't care. This is Sports News Review channel here, and I'm talking about disco and how I'm not fitting in to the disco, and that morphing into the dance clubs. I'm saying that, but the chat rooms, it was like, I felt like I was back in the place. I didn't fit in. I don't know. I was going to the person that had the computer. I was like, I don't understand I just don't understand. I typed something in, and no, it's like, man, it's like, I had the ability of that computer at the time I could blast through all these people, and my comment comes up, whatever you get your 3 whatever code you get, and then there's mine, and you can see what I wrote and typed in, and I was like, zero response. And then it's over with, and try again, zero response. And I'm like, what? I just don't fit it, and I don't understand the lingo at all. I just don't understand it at all. So and that could be like in chess too. Um, people get very intimidated, possibly, and it's like I say, it's just don't get intimidated in life, and you know, yeah, I know we can. It's tough, but well, yeah, we like I said, I'm looking at the script now. Yeah, we just like I said, we're just trying to promote a nice sport, an alternative, and it all started. Of course, this is off the script, or it wasn't on the script, but it just all started with the Africa games, and they had chess, and I'm like, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. And okay, so, but okay, we'll go to the next sport, and we have on this board. So we do the last one on this board, and then we have one more board, and we used up 3 boards this time. Okay, so Ernie, okay, I'm going back on the script now. Okay, Ernie, the 2024 European Women's Handball Championship is going on right now. At the moment, I should say, it's going to be from the 28th of November to December the 15th. So at the end of this month is really going to be kicking in, and it's going to be to December the 15th. The team handball, and they're not going to put it on YouTube because it's on television in Europe, and like it's one of those deals. Like, wait, they're not gonna put it for free on YouTube, and then it's like it's on these sports packages in Europe, mainly Europe, and of course in the United States of America, with you can probably get some kind of streaming service, and it's on that one and whatever. So my left leg is in total pain right now. It is insane how my left leg is in total pain right now. But I just gotta finish this up. Finish this up big time. Okay. Um, I said it's gonna be extremely hard for me to find it anywhere to watch live. But at least we're promoting the team handball, which I don't know. I've heard of it. I just heard of it when I was very young, and it's like I didn't. Now I'm like reflecting back, saying, what a perfect sport to like play if in a gymnasium. It was a perfect sport to play in a gymnasium, and we didn't. And I didn't get a chance to. Okay, so the women's team handball, the EHF Euro, is currently being held in 3 different host countries: Austria, Hungary, and Switzerland. And I'm going to keep reading the script here. Well, Ernie, I hope we get a chance to watch the EHF European Women's Handball, but we will report again next week, and we'll do a better report on it. I don't think we really can do much. It starts on the 28th, and I don't know. So I don't know why I wrote that for. Okay, so it's going to be closer to December when the final is happening next. This is when I really got tired. I started getting really tired, and I mixed the netball and netball. I mean AFLW. I'm mixing the I see. I am getting exhausted. I'm tired. Okay. Well, okay. The script says we'll go to our next sports news item, Ernie, and pause. Men's netball Australia. Okay. So I got to pause here. It says here on the script to pause. I didn't even follow the script. See, it's right here on the script. Where's the angle? You can see it. See where it's in red. It's pause, and I'm supposed to pause here, and then in fifth news item is in blue. There's the pause in red, obviously, because I can see the pause in red, and then this is what it's supposed to like. It's going to look like on the. This is what it's going to look like, and the sixth, and okay, so I don't have anything. I didn't have any. I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm just going to get on the phone with that one, and okay. Oh wait, I got to pause because I got to change the boards, or you know what, Ernie? Nah, you know what? I just for once behind the scenes show people for fun. Well, how do I change the boards? Okay, so I take it off with the clip here. So this the big clip goes here. They're held by these. I've held them all like different color. I use different color of these pipe cleaners, so I know like which board is which and to use, and of course, and like I said, like so. Now I'm gonna put this board over here. Okay, it goes back in the box. Here's like the box it goes back in. This is my first one. It goes back in the box, number one, and I even write down it's the red pipe cleaner, it's blue pipe cleaner. It's all written down. You gotta. Like I'm gonna just put all these away tonight. I'm not gonna put the letters back in the pill bottles. I don't feel like it. I'm just exhausted. I'm just gonna put everything away, and here's the next board. And this is the last time I do that. I'll pause it next time. And this is using the. You purposely bought that pack of the what they call I call them pipe cleaners. I don't know what else. I always forget what the proper name is. Okay, so and then. I try to, like, when it's pausing, I try to adjust this, and then I hold it up like this from the back of it. I'm holding it, and then I get this one. I like these nice big to make sure, because this one I grab from back of it, and then the front of it, and it's held up. Okay, so now it's really strong and held up. Okay, so what I'll do is grab the phone because I don't even need this script anymore. I can use the tablet because I'm pretty well. No, I'm pretty well. I didn't write anything. I don't know if you can see it. I didn't write anything. I just and then like the gray is when you're not reading it out. If all good, then stop. You know what I mean? There's the end. So there's the sixth. There's the news item here. I didn't write anything. I just gave up. I gave up writing the script. I said, just look them up, and that's it. So what I'm gonna do is go back to the search engine. Okay, netball men's Australia, and then I'll see that how much in the season they're in. I couldn't believe it. It's like I totally missed that there's a netball in Australia. Next week I'll get more involved, and I'm gonna go quick. I'm very very long in this one. Net ball, and I'm gonna put men's AU Australia, of course. Okay, so Australia men's no men's tops. Okay, where's the league? I got see this. This is what you do behind the scenes usually. Is that like I want to know what it's taken. I don't know what league it's called, and there's the Facebook page. I'm not on Facebook. I never was, and I never got Facebook. I just don't care about it. I just don't care. I never got Twitters and whatever. I just never bothered with all that stuff. I just like YouTube. That's it. YouTube. That's all I like. It's the rest, I just don't get into it. The NSW probably. Maybe it's the NSW. Okay. Let's see. Men's netball NSW Australian National Championship is an annual. No, that's probably not it. I just don't know the league. but they're playing right now. There's okay. What I can do, Ernie, is just this in an hour and 20 minutes of this video is very long, and is that there? If anybody comes across this channel, if you don't, maybe you fast forward it here and you click on an hour and 20 minutes, and we're almost close to an hour 20 minutes. Anyways, I'll click on less than an hour in an hour and 19 minutes. That you can see on the board that netball and men's Australia. There's because the women's come, which is really good that the women's netball comes when the football is an NFL football. I can devote more time in looking into it. This is going to really be hard between the football and everything else, the surf and to, but I'll get what I'll do is I'll do a better perspective of it, because like if anybody came across this video, this part of the video and seen that, they're just gonna forget about it. And for me, it's gonna. But then if they tune in next week, I'll have more info on here, like what week they're in and what week something of of blank, how many weeks, how many games. I just, Ernie, I'm just not into it right now. I'm tired of even looking up. You know what else too? The darts. There's really not much to look at. It's the I'll go like okay. So netball, men's Australia, and then darts. It just happens to like this side. I can the time is very close to us, and so, but the PDC is the really good tour, like the PDC Open. I put open. I don't even know if it is. I just threw something there. I just knew it was in. Looking at the snooker.org, and they had all kinds of words and this, and I can't put all that stuff on here because it's not a video board. It just takes a this took a long time to put the words in, looking, making sure, and finessing with it, and getting a little finicky, and like the tweakies. It does. You do a little bit of a tweak, and it does look a bit more better. The eye doesn't like to see. Our eyeballs in life, like we don't like to see that tilt. It's not if it's tilted off, like a picture frame. It's just a human thing and human nature. We don't like to see. So the darts, the PDC Open. Now that is the really good league that's in England, the PDC. And it's part of it, the Professional Darts Championship. And like I said, I just put the word open. Open usually means that anyone can. It's not like invitational. It's different when there's these players like this one. There's people that can come in that qualified from these previous tournaments. To obviously to play these really good players. And I'll look it up again. This is what I was supposed to do. And he's like, I was supposed to look to see who is in it. Like, are they, is the top names that I already have come, the cool hand Luke. I forget his last name because I'm not familiar. And the young phenom, if he's in it, I don't know how many of the professional dart players that are going to be in this tournament from England, and obviously that's the one that if you like darts and you happen to be in Las Vegas and let's face facts here. Face facts here, right? Is that I don't. I don't. I just can't see myself in Las Vegas. I wouldn't even be able to make it to the airport anymore in life. I just I don't want to. I just can't. I can't travel at all. I don't. What's the I just. I wouldn't even make it to the airport at all, Ernie. Before we get to the airport, I'm like, what am I doing? I it's not an emergency. I'm not going to a funeral for a deceased family member or something like that. Like, to travel that far, and I don't have right now. There's my life is such where there's 0.0 chance of me traveling to far away to go to any. There's no one. Everyone I know is in my vicinity, quote unquote. I don't want to say like, I'm just saying like, so, like for me, I look at that in Las Vegas and yeah, I'm good. I'm good. There's definitely no reason for this people like me to go to Las Vegas, and it's like this is part of the PDC. This is part of the darts, and um we it's such a niche market, darts, and not it's like I'm like just lately, looking at darts, and I watched it a while back, a long time ago. It came and went, for a while it was on the television, and there was a guy that used to scream, like, for the 501. He's like, 120. Now it's like really over the top, screaming what the score is, and um, that was back in the day. That's like the equivalent of the one time the person that used to say in this, well, soccer, football, go with all the O's on it, go, and catchphrases and all that. And so, I just like how many people, my generation are. We're not. This is going to be in a few years a really big drop off, and like I'm just saying, like for the Las Vegases of this world, is that um, it could just all like you don't know if the younger generation is into like going to places like that, and I mean, well, now like. Well, let's think they offered more for like say the like say the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, yeah, it was very different. I mean, Oakland Raider fans are equivalent of being like Cleveland Brown fans, and uh, Buffalo Bills fans. Um, I'm saying Las Vegas Raiders is its own crowd of so many people from the United States of America that just kind of travel to Las Vegas because of some opportunities for employment, and mostly it's going to be in the entertainment business. Could still be in the construction business, but like there's the equivalent of all that would be um, of like I've seen on other things on YouTube of all these towns that are slowly being abandoned in parts of the United States of America, and there isn't anything anybody could do to like revive these towns, quote unquote. It all starts with the infrastructure of the roads. They're not on the interstate. They're too far from the interstate to Like, yeah, it's just so. And there's all these like abandoned homes, and this is pertinent to the Vegas thing here. Is that like when it was in the 1950s, all these towns, like someone that's my age in 1950, they would have never seen. They would have probably started noticing little by little, like the decline of the decline of the population in all these towns. So they didn't get to see like how the towns are just disappearing, and like the downtowns of these are just these vacant buildings. Sometimes they don't even have roofs on them. They're all just like they gutted it out to be safe because they're collapsing from just the total lack of maintenance and the maintenance of it, and like we're we see all that glitz right now in Vegas, and it's just hard to imagine that in 30 years Vegas could be half empty. If it's something to do with changing tastes, we just don't know at this moment because everything seems so good right now. So it's like it's like there's no, for someone to they call it hedge your bets. Uh, yeah, I mean Vegas keep but if you gotta keep expanding, that's where the downfall is. It's like if you gotta keep expanding to keep it going, that's where the downfall is. It just gets all stretched out, and funny. This is like a vague. This is like a towel, eh? And to me, it looks like a carpet from the casino. It's just funny. It's the pretend studio floor here, and it's carpeted. And yeah, I mean, I could imagine it like from alive in 30 years, and who knows, like Ernie, there there could be other cities that provide the same kind of entertainment, and they don't have to travel so far, and that really, it's just one of those deals. I can imagine a lot of people in Vegas, if I'm hearing this, it's like I'm off. As I say, I'm not all there. I mean, you're thinking that this could all. I don't know if it could or not. It could be fine, but when when you gotta expand and you constantly got to have you need growth to keep it sustained. It could be stretched out too far. I mean, of course, the thing like the dome, the sphere. I don't even know where they're playing this thing. You know what? That would be the most in the That's one of those things that would be like. I know it's for venues like uh, concerts. That sphere thing. It's for the venues like concerts. But I don't know. It seems like that would be a pretty wild place to put a darts tournament there. And, what I mean? Like the big picture of that sphere, people like the participants in the dart tournament, they're throwing the darts, and people people see that and like, oh, that's where, oh, there's the dart, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna look up where they are, and then we'll cut it off from here, and let's see. Um, okay, so it's gonna be the. It's like Mr. Vegas and all. I couldn't fit all that in. I just can't fit all that in. It's got to be very simple. Okay, so it's gonna put darts, Las Las Vegas. Okay, so it's gonna be. Oh no, I don't even know what's giving me. I don't even know. Really glitzy, nice looking things. Okay, darts, Mr. Vegas. Oh, it's Mr. Vegas. PDC. That's it. It might be. Okay, is it the 2024 NDA Team Dart event will be held at. Is this it right now? There it is. That's the one I want. Here's some other ones. Show more. There it is. Okay. There's actually some other things. They're gonna have the Paddy Power World Darts Championship later, December the 15th. So they okay. So it's the Mr. Vegas Grand Slam of Darts. This is what this is. I can't fit all that in. It's just too. It would just take up so much room, and like I just didn't have the energy too. I mean, so the Mr. Vegas Grand Slam of Darts. This 32 player tournament will take place from November the 9th. It's already happened, November the 9th. That I got correctly here, the 17th. Okay. So next week Ernie will report on who won the tournament, and okay, so let's see. The reigning champion Luke Humphreys will defend his title against James Wade, Mickey Manzo, and Roby John Rodriguez. Either way, these are big names in world darts. I know the one right here is the Luke Humphreys, the cool hand Luke Humphreys. I know that one, and I'm not sure the other ones. I'm not familiar with the other dart players and all that, but yeah. So like I said, well, we'll see. I would love to be around 50 years from now, and like 100 years from now. Could you, man? Like, what if the taste changed and like it'd be like, what happened? There's so many empty, like like those towns that you see on YouTube videos, and so many empty storefronts and roofs missing, and like yeah, it's. You never know. You never know. But but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because it's the moment is now, and a person can make earnings living in Las Vegas in the entertainment industry. Not like they're singing, dancing, whatever, singing waitress and singing waiter. That old expression, Elvis imitators, and this. I'm not talking that kind of employment. I'm just saying like the other employments, like the regular ham and egger, as they say, shows up to Vegas, and like, oh, we need cleaning staff for this casino. It's like, yeah, okay. It's like where I'm from, it's. Oh, you can't even get a job like this where I'm from, and there's Las Vegas could have openings all over the place, and so it's like you can say that in this moment in time, yeah, you see Las Vegas and everything is fine, as I was saying, but it's just that it's built on the idea that people are going to come there via mostly airplane, and it's just you never know. Changing taste can happen, and it's not. It's definitely something they don't want to discuss because it's like things are always it's on the carpet and broken pieces of plastic on my carpet, carpet, no carpet, vacuum it up. Yeah. Well, like I said, okay, so if you're a young person and you don't know what kind of employment you're gonna have in this world, and yeah, what the heck, venture out to Vegas and you, you might see all these job listings, and it's like wherever towns, especially if it's come from one of these really small towns that are like fading. It's like yeah, like it's just like there's employment everywhere you could see. Employment is employment when you don't have any qualifications. You're not an entertainer that could dictate terms of, terms of like, oh, I'm going to be doing this show, and I want this and I want that. You know what I mean? I'm not talking that kind of employment. That's a different world. That is a total different world. And I'm just talking regular people that just work in the construction, and yeah, they go to, sure, why not go to Vegas, and it's there, the money's there, and take it. Take it. So yeah, I don't know how this came about, Ernie. It's just I'm gonna load it up on YouTube, and I just can't imagine somebody 100 years from now playing this on whatever system they can. Who knows what? Like right now, we think like in this world, like how could it be better than what we have now? It's got to be something completely different. But either way, a storage medium that YouTube will probably put all its videos on this new way of storing because the chips are small. They handle a lot of information. And they don't work as hot. They're not as hot. And I just can't imagine somebody playing this. And it's like he didn't want to be Mr. Gloomy but yeah, you never know what could happen in 100 years, 50 years. Like I said, Ernie, if it was like 1950, it's like I said, in those small towns, and once again, it's like you don't think, you know, the kids, as they say, the kids are still in those towns. When then all the kids are, past are over 70 years old, and they're pretty well set in their ways and done. And yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna go. We'll stop this video, Ernie. Ernie's had enough. He doesn't even care that his earpiece is off. He's just had enough of this. And load this up on the YouTube channel, the Sports News Review. And next week we'll do another episode of World Sports News with Ernie, because we don't need the cable box. We're totally fine. We just need the internet. So with that, both Ernie and I are going to say over and out, and we'll hope to see it next edition of World Sports News with Ernie next Wednesday. But for now, we'll do it again. For now, both Ernie and I, both Felix, Ernie, and I, all three of us are saying over and out.